Well, I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dulcie, and today we're going to be doing a really fun Cricut design tutorial. We're going to be making this. Actually, we're going to be making something which is an improved version of this. And this is a cash envelope, also a card. Okay, so we're going to be creating this just out of a Cricut Design Space. You don't have to go anywhere else. We're going to be using one of the images. This images, for example, has been designed by me. You're very young Dulcie. I'm a Cricut contributing artist, so I'll be using one of my images today to show you how I've created something like this. I also have the entire project ready to go, ready to make, so you can just click make it. Links of everything are in the description below, but if you want to make a similar card using another image that you found on Design Space, so this is that tutorial. Any image on Design Space and you can create a card like this. Okay, this is really simple. Without wasting any time, let's just hop into this and make ourselves another one. I think I'll be using not this image, another image, just because Ganesh Chaturthi is here, so I'll be using one of the other images that I've created, which is Lord Ganesha, and we'll be creating something similar. Alright, so are you guys excited? Let's go. Let's hop into the video now. We hop onto our Cricut Design Space, click on New Project, Blank Canvas. I'll show you a little trick. If you go to the top left corner, this blank space, you can actually toggle between all the different grid sizes. So let's keep this one. I think this one's good. Alright. What we're making today is a Ganesha card. It's going to be really easy. It's going to be similar to the Alligator one. And what I want you to do is click on images, go to advanced search, look for Dulcie. We're going to use one of my images just because I feel like, look at that. So we're going to go to click just one of my images, click on Dulcie. And from here, there's a really cute Ganesha image that I have. I'm coming up with more. I'm coming up with more stencils. If there's any special requests that you have for me to design, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to design them for you so that the collective, the group of us, the community can use it. So I have two Ganesha images. This one is one of the popular ones from my store. This is also a really good one, and the one that I'm looking for is actually really cute. Did I skip it? I did, probably. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So this one. All right, we're just gonna add it to our canvas, and let's go to our canvas, escape from this, and there we have our image. Okay, what I want to do is make it, what is that? So these are some new updates. I'm gonna talk about them a little bit later. This is a new design space. All right, so they've kind of, made it more simpler, and this is perfect because I'm looking at it for the first time as well. So what we're going to do with this image is we're going to let it be. I am going to go to my settings, and I'm going to make my canvas units as imperial because I like to think in inches. All right, so we're just going to make it probably, I think, height wise 10 inches, actually less than 10 inches because I want to make it a top fold. All right, so yeah, we have this. I'm gonna ungroup this. So we have one Ganesha layer and two text layers. Now between Moria, I wanna bring it down, okay? And over here, I wanna add that place where we can put in, our cash, roll up our cash and just slide it there, because this is gonna be a cash card kind of a thing. Okay, so how do we do that? We go onto the images, we look for cash holder probably, or money holder. No, let's look for money holder. Right, there we go. Pick any one that you fancy. I think this one is good, so I'm gonna get that here. And all we need is these two bars. These we can also create ourselves, but I just like to use one of the ones that are just working. So we're gonna click onto that money holder, contour, hide this, hide everything else. What is that? So we just, hide all, unhide these two. Just click on those two lines and hide that. And let's just go on here and select these 4 semicircles. All right, so there we have that. This is pretty good. I think looks good for now. I also like the font and everything. Next thing that I want to, let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add layering to this and make it into a card, which is exactly this shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to select everything, go on to where it moves offset layer. It moves it here. Okay, so we're going to add and decide on which offset looks good. If you want to add another layer of offset, you can even do that. I think maybe I'm going to go ahead and add one more. So firstly, this one I like. I don't like this gap in the middle, so I'm just going to go to my offset and hide this little bit and whatever this bit is also, so that it's one piece. Okay, so far so good, right? And the other thing that I want to do is, let's just change the color for this. Let's make it pink so we can see it, right? And I want to add another offset, which is a lot bigger, okay? And that can be like a card, right? That can be probably a card. Or do we want to make it? Okay, let's click on offset again. Let's add another offset, which is a lot bigger. Okay, I guess something like in this top, right? And let's just change this color from here. Okay, let's change this offset to about a better color, maybe orange. Okay, orange is looking good. And I guess Ganpati can be all white. Might look better. Cute, right? Now we have our basic card. So you can even cut this out, stick all of this together. Maybe, I would advise you to add some layering onto this as well. Or if you want to make it into a card, all we have to do now is to let's select our bigger offset. Okay, we're gonna duplicate by clicking here. Okay, and we are also gonna duplicate it by one of these mirror images. So I want you to click on this one. Now we just place it together. It can go here, right? And select both of them, we align it to center, and I'm using my arrow keys to toggle, to nudge a little bit. And once we have both of them selected, we're gonna go to this pencil thing one more time and offset one more time. And this way we're gonna select our outer card. Okay, this is going to be a lot more sturdier than just us doing a veiled. And we're going to do that. And I think there we have it. Now we can delete one of these inner offsets, okay, because we don't need it. And there it is. This is our card base. That's our accent layer. And this is our main layer. And that's our top folding card. Okay, one more thing that I wanted to do. Undo. Okay, don't delete this as of now. Don't delete it. I think we don't need this one, or do we need it? It's gonna be so many layers. I guess we can keep it there. It doesn't look as bad. So with this offset, what I want you to do is mirror it back to the basic shape. Okay, and now this is gonna act as our inner message thing. Okay, we're gonna cut this out and paste it on the inner flap, and this can say whatever you want it to say. So let's say we wanted to say, may you prosper and be extremely happy, or be happy this year. I think this is what people say in Ganesha. So Ganesha, one fact about Ganesha that I want to tell you is Ganesha is the god of wealth, prosperity, happiness. Like, it's this good feeling god. If you have it, it's like, good luck coming your way. So, like every Indian god has a meaning to it. Okay, Ganesha is god of luck, god of health, god of opportunities. Lakshmi is god of wealth again. Lakshmi is like, Santa Claus, right? Just for wealth. So you need to, the more you remember these gods, the more you're kind of activating that part of your universe and your human being. So this is what this deity means. Well, now back to this project. What I want to do with this text is I want my Cricut to write it with a pen, and it's really easy. We're going to click on this filter, click on writing, and it's going to show you all the writing fonts that there is. And I always forget which one I like. I think the one I like, I've bookmarked it. So I'm just going to click on bookmark to save on time, and then you can just pick that font too. So I think this one is nice. Alisa stencil script is good. Yeah, so you can look at my screen and you can select one of those. Right. Sometimes what happens is, well, when you click on this, yeah, you might get this regular font, and I want you to change it to writing because that's how Cricut is going to write it to its best ability. And yeah, there we have this. One more thing, I just want to add probably like onto this. So we're just going to go and look for I think this one is nice. You might be able to draw this really beautifully. So let's add that on here. Yep, I think really pretty. Okay, good. So once we have this image and we want Cricut to actually draw this, we're going to select the Rangoli design. Instead of basic cut, we're going to say pen. And from here, just select the pen that you have. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. And later, I'm just going to color it in. And let me just copy this again so that the inner one looks a little better as well. Yeah, I think this looks cute. What do you think? All right. So once we have our design ready, you can add more patterns. You can add, you can let Cricut draw some floral design or whatever design you wanted to. You can even add an outline. I feel like you should keep trying different things. The more you learn your software, the more you learn your machine, the more complicated, bigger projects that you can make. And it's a win-win. Okay. So we're going to select everything that's on the paper that we want Cricut to draw on the paper, and we're going to attach it. Okay, so this is let's just rename it and call it draw on our layer panel. All right, now let's overlook our project one more time. This is 22 inches. This is way too big. And this is 11 inches, way too big, you guys. So we're going to select everything and click on that corner and just adjust the height. I feel like our height should not be more than 10 inches. I think even 10 inches is a lot. 5 inches of one card? No. Probably, I think about 8 inches looks good. And sometimes some things that look smaller on our screen are actually bigger in size. So that's why just get used to looking at, sizing it this way. So our card is 3 inches wide and 8 inches tall. So probably like 4 inches. 3 by 4 is the size of this. And I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. This is how it's gonna come out to be good. Okay, so one last thing that we need to do. Let's zoom in a little bit. And I want you to go to shapes, select this line. This is probably a scoring line. Okay, whenever you add it to your canvas, it's going to be a scoring line all the time. So we are going to make it 90 degrees and add it to where we want the fold. Okay, now this is where I messed up last time with the alligator one. Wherever there's a fold, I don't want this to happen. So what I am going to do, either I can get rid of this layer, or what I want to do is like select this layer. Yeah. I'm going to click on this pencil again, offset again, and this time I am going to go minus it so that it's a little bit smaller. And let's change it to yellow again, and we delete the previous one. So there we have our layered thing. Should I do it to this as well? Let's just do it to this as well. So we're just going to go to offset and like a little smaller. And let's make it yellow too and delete this older one. Okay, I think there we have it. Okay, we have our basic card. We have our outline that can be golden. this can be orange or whatever color you want it to be. And then we have our Ganesh. So yep, now in the next step, you can choose the material, right? Cricut can cut up to, for example, my machine, which is a Maker 3, can cut up to 300 materials. So you can choose this to be a vinyl, you can choose this to be a cardstock, you can choose this to be an iron-on, you can choose it to be anything you want. Okay, so in the next step, we do that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and I want to, make these videos shorter so that we just learn the technical way, okay, the technical part of using a Cricut. Like once you master this, I think you master the others. Like others is just letting the Cricut cut it. So all we have to do now is just make it. And I'm going to save this project. If you want to just skip making it manually, and Ganesh card. So you could go onto my profile and just go to this and just, Okay. So we did one thing, many things wrong. One is we forgot to attach our entire design. So we will attach firstly the scoring line with this base of the card. So click on both of them, hit attach. Okay, that's the base card base. How do we arrange it to back? Okay, the next thing that we want to attach is this Ganesh or typo. Okay, so we just attach that. So anyways, we're just gonna attach it because it's gonna do probably the same. So this is layer 2. Let's call that layer 2. And then this is the middle layer. Okay, so we have our base, then we have the middle layer, then we have the layer 2, then we have the Ganesh, call it Ganesh, and then we have our inside, which is a draw. So these are all our layers. Click make it, and yeah, this should be good, right? This is our base, this is our middle layer, and this is our insert and the middle layer. Sorry, this is the I'm forgetting how many layers I have, but let me show you how to choose our materials, okay, because that's also really important. So I selected my card, and let me just show you. So the card base, I'm thinking, let me just do this white, which is the fold one. The black one is actually white. That's my card base. Then I'm thinking the middle layer can be this beautiful rose gold kind of a sheet. This one I think is Cricut brand only. Then this orange layer can be my silver. I think it will add a nice spot to it. Then I will be using foam sheet to cut my Ganesha out. Okay, and there's a little trick to cut these sheets. This is quite difficult just by our basic blade, so I'm going to show you how to cut. This is really good. And for the inside, I think I'm just going to use a plain this thing. Okay, so yeah, let me just quickly do this and come back to you. I switched on my Cricut machines. Now you can see we have all of these different mats, and yeah, you can choose to cut it in one go as well. I want to make it beginner friendly, so let's just talk about how you can do that in another video. But right now we're just gonna click on, let's cut the base first. So this is my base mat, the card base. We also have a scoring tool. We're gonna click continue, let our machine and computer connect. Connection is important, so it's connected now. And over here, I want to use a thick cardstock. All right, so when you click on browse all material, You can look for cardstock. And cardstock is something that you can cut with like all of your machines. Okay, no matter what machine you have, you can cut it with your Joy, you can cut it with Cricut Maker, you can cut it with Cricut Explore, Maker 4, everything. And we have different kind of cardstocks. So I like to use this setting. This is actually one of the ones that I've bookmarked as well. It's a heavy cardstock, 100 pounds, 270 GSM. This is what I like to use. You can also, you can also use a craft stock. You can also use any other that you want from here. So this is how you select your material. I'm going to select it from here. The next thing is on this screen is where some people get stuck. I don't have a double scoring wheel clamp. No matter how many times I feed matte, it's just going to keep giving me an error just because it's not going to recognize that I don't have the wheel. So we're going to click on edit tools, and I have a scoring stylus. Okay, so I'm going to select that one, apply, and now my Cricut is completely ready to cut my card base. So let me prepare my mat, record this, and show you. Okay, I have a little update. So I cut my card base, and I think this is too small. I don't know, somehow I'm not getting attracted to this card base. Okay, I know it looked good in the Alligator one, but probably for this one, it's not giving me that amazing wow effect. I feel like if it's only rounded, like a rounded card, might look better, right, with this accent. So I'm quickly gonna do that, and I just wanted to record you and be transparent in my whole process. So let's grab one of these rounded rectangles, and I feel like this will give a much more premium look to the product. That's how I'm thinking. Maybe you disagree, but now you know both the ways. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly drag it over. If this is 4 inches by 5 inches, maybe it's a little bit too big, but yeah, I think let's bring it a little bit down. Okay. And then I'm gonna duplicate this here, and I will just duplicate it here, select both of them, line it center, and now I'm gonna go hit combine and build. Okay, I'm gonna detach everything from here. I'm gonna steal the line from this, grab it here, put it here. Let me change the color so I can see most of these things, make it like gray. I think this is much more sophisticated as a card, as a cash envelope, cash holder. And I am gonna match up my size, gonna see if this fits here, and it does. Yeah, it kind of does fit here, and it also looks pretty. Yep, I think, let me just get my build to be this long. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. And this can cut out of an A-sheet, A4 paper as well. Yeah, I kind of like it. This shape I'm also gonna get rid of. Okay, I'm just gonna get a rounded circle again. Make it to this size. And can change my color. Oh, let's make it yellow this time. And bring this in front. And let me bring this in the center. I'm using my keys to do it. And then this rungoli in the center as well. In the center as well. And attaching this onto like this. And there we go. I think this looks a lot more sophisticated in my eyes instead of this. Because when this got cut out, I'm not sure how well it's gonna build up, And again, I've changed my sizes a little bit. So my entire thing is 3.6 as width, and height is about 10 inches, almost 11 inches. So I think this should be good. What do you say? Okay, let's just make it now. Just see how things
Ganesha, Ganesha.